So this is Euro USD signal for the new week. Yes, I'm about to show you guys my new setup, or like what I'm expecting Euro USD to do in this upcoming week. You know how I do it, guys. I always show you the entry point, the stop loss, and the TP on this particular lesson. I will show you. That's the way I've done it in the previous lessons I've done on this channel. And if you check, it seems that I have a 100% winning rate on this Euro USD. Every single thing I'm expecting Euro USD to do in all my past lesson has already been done. Like the short term buy happened, and then the long-term sell has already happened. Like that is a 100% winning rate. Okay, so this time around in today's lesson, I want to show you what I'm expecting Euro USD to do in this upcoming week. When I'm recording this lesson is Sunday around 8:20 a.m. Okay, that was when I'm recording this lesson, and I'm hoping to make sure I drop this lesson before 5 p.m. today. Okay, and then you can see this is 3rd of March, and I'm hoping to make sure that this lesson is posted on this channel today, being 3rd of March, so that you have enough time to go through it. And then once it's Monday morning, it's either you decide whether you have to take the sell, or whether you have to take the buy, or whether you have to follow my idea, whether you're not to follow my idea, and the rest of them. Okay, so if you look at the screen, we already have a buy setup that is playing out in our favor. And then look at when I drop the signal to those in my free Telegram community and to those in my VIP community. You can see the signal. That's the before of it. Can you see that? Yes. So now you can see the market is running in our favor in 2% in profit, 2.5% in profit. But the most painful part is that I'm not really on this setup, and then I missed out on this setup, and that was because of one silly mistake. I missed out, but it's fine, bro, it's fine. In this lesson, we're going to continue. We're going to show you what I'm expecting Euro USD to do in this upcoming week. By watching this lesson to the end, you also understand how to do top-down analysis, how to do a multi-time frame analysis. For those of you guys following me here on my YouTube channel that is still struggling in terms of how to do multi-time frame analysis, you will get to understand it on today's lesson, because that is also the key part of my lesson in terms of getting a signal. I always do that. Okay, and also when you watch this lesson to the end, you'll come to understand how I make decisions, with Fibonacci retracement too, and then you also come to understand how I get my higher probability zone, or how I get my higher probability word setup. So kindly make sure you watch this lesson to the end. If you're not yet a subscriber of this channel, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel now, and then make sure that the notification bell is on, so each time I drop a new lesson like this, you will not miss out. You get a notification that I've dropped a new lesson, then you can watch it very early, even before the markets will get to that level. So you know I do this in every week. This is not the first time I'm doing this lesson. Now this is the first lesson I recorded on Euro USD. If you go and watch this lesson, look at this lesson. If you go and watch this lesson and then come back to Euro USD chart, you will see that every single thing I said on that lesson has happened. It's just like a prophecy. It has happened the way I said it. So I don't have time to start showing you again on this lesson. So let's now do a new business. Okay, so the first thing I have to do now is to clear the whole chart. But before I clear the whole chart, if you want to join my VIP class, all you have to do is to use the number you are seeing on the screen. Look at that number. This thing will not cost you much. $100 for foreigners, 100,000 naira for Nigerians. It will not cost you much. Rather than you blowing that account back to back, why don't you use that little money and join our VIP class? Get to understand an advanced way of looking at the charts. Okay, understand a profitable strategy. This is a one-on-one mentorship class. We don't need any Zoom calls now. We don't call you on Zoom calls. We mentor you directly from your DM. We get to attend to you in a way that you understand how to trade the forex market very well. It does not have any time limit. It's not like after 1 month or 2 months you are done with you. We'll keep on mentoring you until you understand how to trade the forex market. I know that is what you need. Okay, so now let's break down every single thing we are expecting Euro USD to do in this upcoming week. So the first thing I have to do now is to clear the chart, and you guys know how we do it. When we clear the chart, when we're done clearing the chart, the first thing we have to do is to go to higher time frame. Yes, the reason why we are going to higher time frame is just to get our bias, to understand what Euro USD wants to do in the upcoming week. Though I've already known what I want to do, but I know that some people are watching me for the very first time, so let me help those people so that they can understand how to get their bias. So here on monthly time frame, I always start from monthly time frame. The reason why I start from monthly time frame is that I always want to get the full picture. And that has been helping me. I always want to get the full picture of what I want to do. The long term, like there's something I call a long term bias, like what I'm expecting this thing to do for a long term. Then when I'm advancing to other time frames, there will be a temporal thing I want to do. And that was how I was able to tell you guys that I'm expecting a short term buy on Euro USD. Then I'm expecting a long-term sell. It is because I always come to monthly time frames and I always scale down to other time frames as well. That was the reason why I was able to get that very particular signal. That was how I was able to see a long-term sell on Euro USD. So now this is it on a monthly time frame. If I try to squeeze the candles or squeeze the chart, you can see that the market has been on a downtrend market. Yes, price has been on a downtrend market. So when price is on a downtrend market here on a monthly time frame, we don't have to trade against the trend. We don't have to start looking for a way to buy. Instead, we'll be looking for a way to start selling. Yes, we'll be looking for a way to sell. Yes, we'll be looking for a way to sell for a long term. But the problem here is that this is monthly time frame. Structures here are massive. Even before candles can move in your favor here on a monthly time frame, it will take weeks, months. Okay, so there's no need for us to start pressing buy or sell on a monthly time frame. We just use it to get an overall expectation of price. Okay, so in my previous lessons I've dropped so far, in all these lessons you are seeing on the screen, I've dropped so far. I always tell you guys that Euro USD is at key level. Yes, you can see this Euro USD is at key level, and this particular level is the 78% Fibonacci retracement tool. And when price is at 78% Fibonacci retracement tool, we always expect price to sell. Yes, we always expect price to sell because price is at key area. And the reason why I was also expecting that long-term sell is because when you look internally, you will see that there was actually a break of structure here. You can see there was a break of structure here. Can you see this was a break of structure? And then after this break of structure, there was no good retracement. Instead, the market kept pushing up. When sellers were trying to sell with this red candle, when sellers were trying to bring down price with this red candle, there were more buyers stepping in to take price up to this level. And there was no good retracement. So this place is actually an unbalanced area. There's no good retracement. Price has not really come back to rebalance this area, either to keep pushing up. So then I told you guys in my previous lesson that I'm really expecting Euro USD to come down to this level. When Euro USD comes down to this level, and it can easily go up before keep pushing down. Okay, I'm even expecting it to take out this low, but that is going to take a very long time for it to happen. So we don't just need to start looking at those things. It's going to take a very long time. Like it's going to take time for that kind of thing to happen. So let's just advance to weekly time frame, then start looking for a way to sell. That was what I told you guys in my previous lessons. And then on the weekly time frame was when we marked our trading range. When I told you guys that once the market has taken the height of our trading range on Euro USD, then we will know that the trend of the market continues. But if the low has been taken, then we will know that the market has reversed. Now this is how it looks like on a weekly time frame. Now you can see how it looks like on a weekly time frame. This was the particular trading range I marked. I will have this high. Look at this high. I marked this high like this. Then I marked this low as well. So look at the low. Don't worry, I will expand this thing. Okay, then I mark this low. So this was how I did it. This was how I was able to mark my trading range. Let me try to expand a little bit so that you guys can see that. Then I told you guys that this thing that we have here is not a proper break of structure. And this thing is not a proper break of structure, as you can see. This is not a proper break. This is just like a liquidity grab on a weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, this is not a proper break of structure. And then I told you guys that if the height of this trading range has been taken, then we will know that the trend of the market continues buying. Then if the low of the trading range has been taken, then we will know that the market has changed character, and it has switched from buying to selling. Now the low of the trading range has been taken. You can see that it has been taken, right? So what are we now expected to do in this upcoming week? Are we expected to be looking for a way to sell, or are we to be looking for a way to buy? Now, there's something I want you to understand that happened on this weekly time frame. That price took out this low with a week. Price took out this low here on a weekly time frame with a week, and since it is with a week, it is not a valid change of character. It is not a valid change of character. You cannot just conclude that this market has switched in structure because of what you are seeing here on a weekly time frame. This is a liquidity grab. This is not a valid change of character. So that is the reason why we need to go down to daily time frame to see whether we will have to be looking for a way to continue buying, because since the market did not really break below this level with a full body candle, we need to be looking for a way to buy. It is just like the market spiking below this level, because it knows that a lot of people are looking forward to buy at this level. It spiked below to grab liquidities before pushing in our favor. Okay, so this time around, let's go down to daily time frame to keep on following the daily bias, and I will show you when we will stop following the daily bias again. Now, here on the daily time frame, so this is how the market looks like here on the daily time frame as well. You can see that this is still with a week here on the daily time frame. Can you see? This is still with a week here on the daily time frame. Price spiked below this level with a week. So this is not yet a valid change of character. So you cannot just conclude that the market has switched in structure. It is wrong for you to do that. So the way I see that on here on a daily time frame, all I have to do now is I have to be looking for a way to buy. Yes, when I'm looking for a way to buy, the reason why I'm buying is because this is not a valid change of character. So I want to be looking for a way to buy. Then when I'm looking for a way to buy, I also pay attention to a level where the market is likely going to reverse from. The reason why I'm going to be paying attention to a level where the market is likely going to be reversing from is because we have already seen where the price is on monthly time frame, and we know that our overall expectation is to sell Euro USD. So any buy we are looking at Euro USD should be temporal, should be temporal, and we should be looking for a way to sell more. So that is the reason why I need to now look at all these things. Here on the daily time frame, we can see that this daily candle has been mitigated. This level has been mitigated like this. This daily candle has been mitigated. All right, and then the market has sold, went up a little bit, and then sold massively from this level. And you can see we have a fresh zone here. We have this fresh level, which I'm going to refine on other time frame. I will refine this level on other time frame. Okay. Can see we have this level. The reason why I'm marking this level is because, let me keep it this way, because I don't like marking all those huge body candles. The reason why I'm keeping it, the reason why I'm marking this level is because this is a level that has a fair value gap. It has a fair value gap, and it has succeeded in breaking a structure, but the structure is not it's not valid. Okay, but this is a daily time frame for crying out loud. Okay, this is a daily time frame. Okay, so you can see this is it. This is one of the levels where that has a fair value gap. Now, the only thing this level has is it has a fair value gap. It is an unmitigated, and when I plot my fib from this highest point down to this lowest point, I can see that we have here as our 61%, or let me start from 50%. We have here as our 50%. This is our 50% Fibonacci retracement tool. I keep it this way, and this is our 61. This is our 61. I'm marking all these things with a trend line. I'm marking all these levels with a trend line, and this is our 78. So the one that is on 50%, I will give it a different color of blue. Let me give it a blue color. Then I will expand the trend line. Then this is a 61%. Let's expand the trend line so that you can see that. Then this is where the 61% ended. I will use a black color. Then also expand. So the reason why I am keeping these things on the chart is because I want to know when price is now at key level. Yes, I want to know where price is now at key levels. Once price tests this 50%, number one thing that we're going to be doing is that we will stop buying. Yes, if we didn't see a way to buy around this level, and then price return back to this 50% on daily time frame, we will stop buying. We will stop. Once price is at this 50%, we don't need to be looking for a way to buy again. Our main concern is to be looking for a way to get in and sell. The reason why we have to be selling is this. Here on a 4-hour time frame, You can see that here on a 4-hour time frame. Even on a 4-hour time frame, this level was still taken with a wick. You can see the low was still taken out with a wick. And there's even something I want to show you guys that happened here, for you to know that whenever market want to manipulate a level, there's something that market often do, like it does. Now look at something that happened around here. I will expand this thing. Okay, now look at this thing. Price mitigated this level. There was a very good movement that was happening here. Price mitigated this level like this, and then we can now see that we have a fresh level here that has not been mitigated since 25th of November, since 25th of November 2025, since 25th of November 2025. Just imagine that you were the one that was waiting for change of character at this level. Price tapped into a level, you were waiting for change of character, then price now gave you that change of character like this. You can see change of character like this, and then when price was coming back, it happens that you marked this level as your inducement area. You marked here as your inducement area, then you extended the zone. You were waiting for price to return back to it, no, and price keep pushing up, and that was how you missed out on this level. Now see what this market did. This market just came back to mitigate this level. This market just came back to mitigate this level. You can see when the market came back to mitigate it here, price just tapped into that level and kept buying. And to add it all, you can see that this level was taken out with a wick. And this is not a valid break of structure. So we're seeing all these things. It is very clear that Euro USD is still bullish on daily time frame, weekly time frame as well. Okay, so what we have to do now is that we need to be looking for a way to buy around this level. Yes, we need to be looking for a way to buy around this level. Then we will keep buying until price get to 50% or 61% or 78%. That levels is where we will start looking for a way to sell. Okay, we will keep buying until price get to 50% or 61% or 78%. Then we'll start looking for a way to sell. Now look at it here on look at this level. Let's go down to 2-hour time frame, and then to start looking for a way to buy on a 2-hour time frame. You can see, so this is how the market looks like here on a 2-hour time frame. You can see this consolidation. You already have a change of character. I mean on a 1-hour time frame, so we have this change of character here. Let me go down to 30 minutes time frame. Then I will. So here on a 30 minutes time frame, we can see we have a change of character here. Before it was not valid. It was not really valid before. Price triggered. Price broke it with a wick. After a little retracement, price went up and then take out that level with a full body candle, which you can see here. You can see when the price took it out with a full body candle. Can you see? This is when price took it out with a full body candle. And that was the reason why I was marking this week. The reason why I marked this week was on 15 minutes time frame. This week is actually a full body candle. It's actually what? A full body candle. Now that price has tapped into this week. The next thing now is to look out for another fresh level that can help us to keep buying. Now we can see we have this high here. We can see we have this high, this particular high. This high has not been taken. So, and then we have this level. We have this particular candle here. Look at this candle. So look at this candle somewhere around this level. So this candle is one of the areas where I'm looking forward to continue buying. It's just like an order flow. Remember, this thing was the previous zone that we got since last year. Price has triggered it. Price has triggered our fresh level, and now we now have a new level, like an order flow building up. Okay, so this time around we have to go in on a buy around this level, place our stop loss here, and then target this 50% first. If you check the first signal I gave to you guys, I'm targeting the 50%. Yes, I'm targeting that 50%. And you can see we have already missed out on that particular one. But we now have this fresh level. Now. So we will enter on a buy here. Make sure you give a more space. Let's give it as 23 pips. Okay, like this is very good. Then our inducement level is this. Look at the setup. Here. Look at the setup. So definitely on a Monday morning, we will see that this level will be taken. This high will be taken like this. Once this high is taken, price is definitely coming back to this, and then we'll go in on a buy. But even if this high is not taken and price is already coming back, let's say this high is not taken, like price didn't take out this high, like it does something that look like this, it does something that look a little bit like this and start coming back. This is a level where we are going to be going in on a buy and start targeting the 50%. Then what will happen when price is at 50%? Now let me show you at 50%. Let me show you at 50%. We have this thing at 50% here. You guys know I don't take 50% serious, but one thing I'm going to be doing on 50% here, I'll be waiting for change of character. I'll be waiting for change of character. Yes, I'll be waiting for change of character. So let's say once the market open and price goes straight to this 50%, they will jump in on 15 minutes time frame to wait for a change of character, to start selling all the way down to this level. Okay, all the way down to this level. Let's say price respected the 50% first and start coming down like this, they will start selling. I believe there will be another fresh POI. That fresh POI will be a level where we will go in on a buy, start targeting the 61%, no longer the 50%, but we'll go in on a fresh POI. There's going to be a fresh zone. If the market opens and goes up to this particular level, that means this level here will be the fresh level. We'll be going in on another buy, meaning that if we see a change of character, we'll sell all the way down to this very particular POI, then we'll keep buying up to this 61%. At 61%, there's another level here. Let me show you guys. There's another particular POI here. This is the POI here on a 2-hour time frame. This is the point of interest here on a 2-hour. This at 61% are areas where I take the market very serious. Okay, I take price very serious at 61%, which you can see we have this particular thing at 61%. Look at it here at 61%. Can you see we have this particular POI? We have this particular level here at 61%. You can see this is at 61%. In fact, even this thing we have here at 50% is like serving as an inducement level for this 61% own. It's serving as what? As an inducement level. That is why I said we must see a change of character at 50% before we go in on a buy. We must see a change of character before we go in on a sell. Sorry, we must see a change of character before we go in on a sell. Then if we did not see any change of character, don't worry. Even if price is coming down to this level, we'll keep on buying, until price gets to this particular 61. Around this 61, we'll also look out for change of character for us to sell. So this is how we'll keep doing it. This is how we'll keep doing it until price return back to this 78, where we still look out for change of character to keep on selling. So it's just like this 50%, 61%, 78%. All of them we will need to look at for confirmation entry before we will go in. So it seems that my long-term expectation on Euro USD is buy. The reason why I'm buying is because price has not really changed character. Price has not really changed character. So I am looking forward for price to be at these levels, at this key level, before I can be looking for a way to sell. Better still, I can call it a short-term buy, because we still have an overall expectation to sell. But for now, during this new week we are going in, we will have to be focusing more on buy until this low here, until this particular low. Look at this low I'm marking now. Until this low has been taken out with a full body candle, until this market return back, hits our stop loss, then takes out this low with a full body candle. That is now when we will now start concentrating more on a long-term sales. Okay, so this is every single thing I have for you guys on Euro USD. This is my expectation on Euro USD. So if you want to get this signal screenshot, use the link below, join my free Telegram community. Okay, I'll be dropping the signal there on my free Telegram community, the entry, the stop loss, and the TP, and that's all. So if this lesson helped you, kindly share this lesson with one of your friends out there. Share it one of your friends so that you can help a friend, so that this week that person won't struggle much. Okay, so this is everything I have. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any other thing that you have to say about the signal I drop, use the link, use the comment section and drop that. Tell me what you are expecting Euro USD to do in this upcoming week. Thank you, and may God bless you.